damage that was caused by this typhoon?
Good evening. Actually, it's 9 p.m. here. Of course, it was a massive storm. It's the strongest typhoon to hit Philippines this year, and some sources are calling it one of the biggest actually in decades. So it has had a massive humanitarian impact, even though we have not fully assessed the area or accessed the areas where it made landfall. The teams are just beginning to actually reach these areas, especially in Leyte, the capital, which is called Tacloban city. It shows that the situation is actually grim. We do not have confirmed numbers of casualties, but I think the early indications is that it is massive, and they run into hundreds, if not thousands.
And can you just take us through the number of people that are injured and how the medical facilities there are coping?
The injured, of course, are massive also, but I should mention in Tacloban city, which is a city of about 200,000 people, and many other coastal communities there have been affected severely. And we're talking of storm surges which caused actually the most damage. And some of the health facilities are affected. In Tacloban city, the main airport itself was destroyed, except the runway, and it has not been open to commercial aircraft. It means also then the buildings, including the Red Cross office there, was destroyed. The health facility in the city was also damaged. So in terms of where access for people to be treated, it really means that we will need to provide some immediate humanitarian medical assistance there, including maybe temporary hospitals.
Now, Necephor, this is just but the beginning of the aftermath of this disaster. Do you know whether communications and electricity has now been restored to most of the affected areas?
Not really. The most affected area in Tacloban, communications, we have our teams arriving there. We are in touch with them using satellite phones. The mobile phones have not been restored. Electricity is not yet restored. Of course, lifelines, as I mentioned, have been affected significantly. And it will take days to have such going back at least to some functioning level. So, but in some other parts which are less affected, of course, communication is started to be back. On the other side of Leyte, like Ormoc, some of the mobile phone operators have already resumed service. But in the most affected at this moment is Tacloban city, and I think the communications will take a bit of time to be restored.
Necephor, thank you so much for your time. That was Necephor Mghendi, Operations Coordinator for the International Federation of the Red Cross, talking to us live from Manila in the Philippines.